Hello everybody, it's Zerdy Kazam logging back in to talk about Loveless? Oh my gosh, are we actually talking about a book? Oh my goodness, is this actually going to be the media log again that I have? That I just talk about random things? Maybe. We're trying it out, and all my plans today were canceled, and it was all icy and snowy outside the last few days, so I read the entirety of Loveless because I had it, and I was like, this kind of feels like the kind of thing that I should read right about now. So, let's talk about it, but I don't know how personal I'm gonna get with it, because I feel like I can't talk about this book without also talking about me, and how, you know, about me. Spoiler alert, I guess. Maybe I should put this at the beginning of the video. So this is the first Alice Oseman book that I've read, or anything that I've experienced from this person. I haven't watched any Heartstopper outside of a trailer years and years ago. It's been on my list since then, but, you know, whatever. I haven't read anything else. So I'm going in with a completely fresh perspective. And I was looking at the Wikipedia page earlier, and it's like apparently book 4 of a thing, but also it's self-contained, but also it's half of a thing. I don't know this whole universe, but it also is like, this is part of the Heartstopper universe. I'm like, isn't that just like the real world? Wouldn't this also be part of like the history book universe? Anyway, I liked it. For the most part, I liked it a lot. It did feel like it had moments where they're like, okay, so we're kind of establishing, like, we know Arrow Ace people are not like super established in media, so it kind of feels like it has to do like some homework as well, where it's like, okay, so here you go. Here's this homophobic guy. He's a bigot. Homophobic people can be bigots. We're teaching you this. It just feels like it's kind of for a younger audience than me, which is weird because, like, the main character is, like, in her freshman year of college, which, by the way, this entire thing, I was reading it and I was like, oh, I wish I was a freshman in college again. I need to experience more. I would be so much better at college if I did it now. I'm not even talking about the book right now. Do I have any questions? Do you guys have any questions that for me about the book? I loved Georgia. She's great. Rooney was awesome. Rooney's kind of my favorite character. I'm just, like, bouncing all over the place here. Was it weird for anyone else, or just me, that the entire book is like, that's right, aromantic, asexual, this is her, this is like her story, this is it, it's her coming to terms with it and learning that there are other types of love. By the way, I was sobbing profusely throughout this book, so, like, it did its job. And then at the very end of the book, it's like, okay, book's over. So now we're going to do the Rooney Pip makeout scene, and you get to be in their heads. So don't worry, all you normal people. The asexual aromantics are all gone, they're out of the room, the credits are done, and now I get to have a normal scene. What is this? Oh, my, snowflake necklace fell. I was like, ooh, what just fell out of this book? Nothing fell out of the book. But yeah, it did feel a little bit weird to me personally. I know it's probably not that weird and it's not that deep, but, you know, when I was reading it, I was like, anyone else getting, like, a weird vibe here? But that being said, it was cute. I like them. I like their relationship. I like the fact that there's a bunch of random other stuff that was going on. I liked Sunil being like, yeah, I'm non-binary. Hey. And I was like, yeah, as a non-binary person, I was excited to see it. But then he was like, I'm just gonna use he pronouns for, like, the book. They didn't even, like, swap between them. He was just like, I'm he, they. But you guys, please just use he on me. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess that's cool. People are like that, so it's, like, good for them. There's just a part of me that was like, okay, why, like, are we doing this if we're just gonna get rid of it, like, one page later? It didn't feel, well, they didn't get rid of it, and I know that there are people like this, and I'm not trying to erase their identities, but in terms of, like, a fiction book, where they're like, we're gonna do stuff that other pieces of stories haven't been able to do and haven't done, and we're gonna, like, experience all this for the first time, and it's exciting, then I'm just gonna throw all this at you, and it's gonna be published anyway, and it's gonna be awesome, and it's like, oh, goodbye Sunil, goodbye Sunil's they themness. We're gonna only stay with the him, he part. All of this is, like, very weird to talk about because, like, obviously identities and stuff are very messy and complicated, and the book kind of even gets into that, especially as someone who's been, like, going through my little journey, hacking, slashing with a machete, going through the forest. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even really know what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to turn on a little camera, and I read all this in, like, a day, and I've been I have free time today, so I was like, just let's talk about a little book. Let's get into BookTube. Plus, my friend Megan Lee posted her little video that's like, oh, I'm gonna start doing weekly recaps of what I read. So I was like, oh, I want to talk about what I read too. Every time they're at a bar or a club, I was like, yeah, feel that. Like the scene where they're at like the bouncy castle and like all the emotions kind of explode to a head, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is so juicy. Where they're at the bar earlier-ish in the story, it was like, oh my god, it's so relatable and so juicy, and it's like, I just want to get a little drink and hang out and talk with people and flirt a little bit, but like, it doesn't mean much. I just kind of want to do it for fun, but you know, no one here, I'm not interested in anyone here. I felt that. That was definitely very much a relatable sequence. Also, the guy at the beginning being like mentioned, oh, he's kind of hot, like Timothée Chalamet. It's like, oh, I just watched Lady Bird the other day, and Marty Supreme's like been all the buzz. I haven't watched it yet, but everyone's talking about him a lot lately. So it was like, whoa, this book came out a few years ago, and yet that still feels incredibly topical, if not even more topical than when it came out. And also, speaking of things, why are we doing all the Harry Potter stuff? Why did we do so much Quidditch stuff? I thought, if we are truly being super inclusive, let's just forget about all that. That's in the past now. Like, and I understand this was written a few years ago. That being said, this was after she went down the deep end, so it kind of did feel a little bit weirder. It's like, oh, we're still talking about this like in fandom spaces. Like, I get bringing up Drarry when you're talking about a list of like fandom ships. That being said, you can bring up other ones too. It doesn't just have to be that one. Granted, I guess she did bring up a few. Not very many though, and that was the first one. That was the first one. There's a lot of ships to discuss. We don't have to do Drarry. I guess it is funny. People know Drarry. That's like one of the classic ships. But, you know, Stucky's also there. I can't remember what one of the other one was. I remember there was one ship where I was like, whoa, I don't even know this. I feel so uncultured. I feel so disgusting. When I first opened the book and I saw, like, the text this small, like, the book that I just read, Survivor and the Endless Gaze, the text was, like, probably double this size. Not that it was like huge, but like looking at this page or like a page like this for the first time, I was like, whoa, like this text is small. It's going to take me forever to read this book. Turns out it actually didn't. It was actually one of the shortest books that I've read in a long time as somebody who's been getting back into reading. Shout out to Fable. I love Fable. I love keeping my streak. I'm on the longest streak ever right now. And considering this is my next book, House of Leaves, I think we're gonna go for a while, which I'm excited about. Anyway, back to Loveless. Asexual, aromantic. It really hit. It really hit. Even though, like, I know back from the back blurb, like, of course, this person's going to be asexual, aromantic, and it's going to be super positive about that. There were points in the book where I was like, she's going to learn that she's not asexually romantic, right? She's going to learn, oh wait, I did just need to find somebody that fixed me. So that not happening was like, even though I knew it wasn't going to happen based on literally the back, I was like, it's still scary. It's still like a thing where it's like, yeah, of course, like, she probably will find somebody, and it's like, oh, all of the things that I've been dreaming of were actually right in front of me, and I just needed to fix myself. But anyway, and also, when I say that kind of thing in this video, I'm being tongue-in-cheek, I'm being facetious, I'm being, you know, like someone else who's, like, making fun of this, as opposed to someone like me who maybe falls somewhere. Who knows where I fall? I don't even know. I'm trying to discover that. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video talking about this book solely because of this reason where it's, like, it's kind of, like, so identity-focused, and it's, like, I feel like the only way to talk about it is if I talk about my own identity, but like, I don't freaking know. I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that nonsense. It's scary and it's confusing, and I'm discovering it just as much as any of you. There was a few points in this book where I was like, do I just need to like put this book down, watch a few episodes of BoJack Horseman with Todd, and then come back to it? Because there were a few sequences where George is like, yeah, I don't know what I am. I think I might be nothing. Where I was like, whoa, that's like taken straight from Todd Chavez's mouth. Oh, just very, very important. That's an episode of a TV show that I watched in my freshman year of college. So it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Am I still? Who knows? Who knows? But a lot of this was very relatable and some of it was not. But anyway, all that being said, my favorite scene of the book, apart from all the bar scenes where she's at the bar, she's getting tipsy, and she's like, oh, we gotta like talk about our feelings and stuff, was the scene at the end where Rooney goes for her walk after the Pip and Rooney situation, when Rooney goes into the field of flowers and loses her phone, and then Georgia's like searching for it because she's freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, we have a play to put on today. We have a today play. And then she gets out there and then Rooney's like, I'm in love with you, like not romantically and like kind of platonically, and I don't really understand it, but I just need you to know that I love you. And I'm like, whoa, this is like, this kind of hits like crazy. It's kind of awesome and good and wonderful. I liked it all in all. Check out my review on Fable. I'll link it in the description. Who cares? Follow me on Fable. I'm on a streak. I'm on a streak, and you can read my little thoughts on books. It's like Letterboxd, but for books. And it's better than Goodreads because Goodreads is ugly and old. It looks old. It looks ugly and old, and the UI is not good. Which is a shame, because I feel like it has the history there, and I feel like it has like the most user base, so it has like some of the features that other things should have. Like, I think it has a Wrapped. I don't know. I stopped using... When I started using Fable, I kind of dropped Goodreads like crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, I know that all this identity stuff, I know the way I talked about like non-binary people at the beginning probably rubbed some people the wrong way as a non-binary person. I can't say anything wrong about it. Kidding. I'm joking. I am being very tongue-in-cheek here. I don't know. It's all very weird in terms of just identity in general, not this specific thing. So, yeah. Whatever you do, it's kind of cool and awesome. And I liked it. I read a lot. I'm so proud of myself. Look at all this. I read this in like the last 30 hours. Look at all these words. There's not even any pictures other than this one. And then a few ones that are like, part 2. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling about it. I don't know if there's anything that was worth hearing in this. Should I read some of her other books? I probably will. It was such an easy read. As I just said, like over 400 pages that I did in like 2 days. Granted, I was like kind of snowed in a little bit, even though like it looks sunny. Fingers crossed it's safe to drive tomorrow. It probably will be, right? I don't think it's going to start raining anytime soon because it looks so sunny outside. But yeah, Loveless. If you're Ace, maybe read it. Maybe you'll read it and go, this is an awful representation. Maybe I should have actually looked into see like what Alice Oseman is in terms of identity. Maybe that's not even public. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about that. I'm glad that we didn't do the plot, which I've seen in a few things now, which always annoys me, where there's like a homophobic person and a gay person, right? And then the homophobic person's like, you know, you being in the closet and you being ashamed of yourself actually means you're more bigoted than me because you haven't gotten over it, so how should I have been able to do that? It happened more than once, and it's kind of infuriating. It's like, really? We're doing this plot? Tell me the author's straight without telling me that the author is straight. I don't know, it just feels like such an old-fashioned type of thing where it's like, this is deep, but then you think about it for literally 1 second and you're like, actually it's not. Actually, I think that the homophobic bigot might just be a homophobic bigot. And that's why the other person's scared to come out to you because you're kind of a jerk. Anyway, I've been talking about this for a little bit longer than I was expecting, and I feel like I haven't said anything at all. I haven't talked about any of the play stuff, which is a fun backdrop in terms of how drama happens. It's like, ooh, we're doing drama, and then there's like actual real drama, like in the drama club. It's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. I liked it. I'm sure that if I liked Shakespeare more, I would have been more into it, and I would have been like, oh yeah, I recognize all these little references and stuff. I noticed all the Hamlet references. Every time they said Hamlet, I was like, yes, Hamlet at the Oscars. But yeah, Loveless. I liked it. I read it. I'd recommend it to you if you're into kind of a sappy Ace kind of mood. Spoiler alert, I guess. Maybe I should put this at the beginning of the video. I will. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. It's like you just teleported. Whoa. Oh my goodness. It's like you like went into the future and back to the past really quickly. Isn't that fun and cool and exciting? Anyway, I'm gonna be watching a lot of movies in the near future because of Oscar season. I'm gonna try and do the Oscar death race. Let's see if that's possible. Book, movie, show. I might start watching a show, a popular show, over today. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I don't even know if people care about book videos. Do people care about book videos? Doesn't matter. I'm uploading this. Maybe. Aroes people, shout out. Sunil, my leader. President, my president. That's a good word. That's how they are in the book. He's a president. But yeah, I think I liked it. I gave it like 4.5 stars or something crazy high on, I was about to say Letterboxd, whoops, on Fable. I'm blurry now, so I think that's my cue to leave. I'm gonna go watch maybe a documentary that's really sad, and then I'm gonna watch maybe the sappy rom-com that may or may not be equally as sad. Bye! Oh my gosh!